Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a 3-pile pick a card. Today we have 3 piles. We have group number 1 with a clear quartz, group 2 with a moonstone, and group 3 with a pyrite. So today we're going to be doing what exciting news is coming your way, something you can look forward to, something good, possibly something juicy, we will see. So let's get started with your reading, guys. So let's get started with the first card with the clear quartz. Also, if you'd like to purchase a private reading, all my rates are down below along with my crystal shop. So all you have to do to book, by the way, is you need to click the link that is down below to look at my rates, and then just message me through email or Instagram once you've decided and I can book you in. So let's get started with group number 1 with the clear quartz. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. So we have the lovely clear quartz today. Clear quartz is kind of the theme of today. I really like clear quartz. So let's have a look in the tarot and we'll see what your main focus is as to what is coming your way. Some exciting news. Ooh, we have the King of Wands. So this can mean so many different things. I'm feeling like it's courage and just kind of commitment to something. This can mean somebody is on their way towards you as well, most likely a very masculine person. So it could be a male who is very masculine or a female who is quite masculine. It feels to me very, very male, very, very strong male energy. So if you're wanting a partner that is a male, then that is a very strong indication that someone is coming towards you. We have the 6 of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of inner journeying. You've kind of been feeling like you've had to slow down. Like the universe is like, girl, you got to slow down, girl. Like you're going to just, like basically just deflate. That's what I'm hearing, like deflate. So we have the 9 of Cups. And we have, we have 5. Oh, okay. Hi, sis. I thought we were having 4. All right. The shadow work popped out. So some of you guys are avoiding some shadow work. Okay, so I know this is exciting news, but honestly, shadow work is kind of like the uncomfortable thing you have to do before the good stuff comes. It's kind of like getting your degree or something. Sometimes you kind of figure out that this isn't really the right thing I want to do. So it feels like a nice big chunk of life-changing commitment news. Okay, so basically what I'm seeing is the next thing that's coming towards you will involve you being committed to yourself. So this would mean that you would need to be committed to your journey, your life path, whatever you're being asked to look at right now. And most likely it's going to be shadows or things that are quite deep. And you're basically being asked to get really comfortable with going deeper within yourself and taking responsibility. And that's going to prepare you for the next big life change, because I feel like you're going to get a really, really big life change coming towards you. Like it feels very, very big. So basically it's kind of like if you're going to have oh, my chest really hurts. Some of you guys, this is a lot to do with your heart chakra. So I'm seeing this is about forgiveness and letting go of things you can't control. So the main thing I'm picking up on is you are manifesting a relationship that's going to ask you to be committed to yourself. So, sorry guys, my throat chakra is really doing something. If you guys want a long-term partnership, this is basically what you're being asked to do. So if you want to prepare yourself, it's kind of like packing for a holiday. You can't go on holiday without packing unless you're one of those people that goes on a whim, because it feels as if like the packing that I'm seeing you doing is you're preparing yourself, like your body's being prepared. Like I don't feel like a lot of this is conscious. A lot of this feels like very subconscious. So it feels as if your moon energy is kind of something that has been really, really tweaked and worked on the last couple of years. So it involves your safety, it involves how you interact with your emotions, it's how you deal with everyday struggles, it's how you are committed to things, if there's blockages, if you feel stubborn against something. There's something that is asking you to get really, really deep within yourself. Like how deeply committed are you to this change? And what I'm seeing is that there's 2 sides of you, and that is why the shadow work is really important, because I feel like this is asking you to go deep within yourself. And it's basically like a really intense maturing, like very rapid maturing. So you might be getting physical or emotional symptoms because of this. This is extremely powerful. You might be dealing with some masculine energy and being asked to, you're literally being asked to step fully into your power. So a lot of you guys might have dealt with being people pleasers and any codependency, something like that. And because you are coming away from that, it's getting quite scary, and it can feel like shadow work. It can feel like you're kind of out of control. But what I'm seeing is you are really clear about what you want. And that is so good, because when that person, if you are wanting a full-on romantic relationship, when that person does come along, you're going to be vulnerable enough to accept them into your life. Whereas right now, I don't think you're fully ready. So what I'm also seeing, if it isn't a romantic partnership, it feels like it's to do with you being committed to your next goal. So you guys might be the sort of people that kind of put off things, or you kind of use something to distract you from doing that thing, because it can mean you being committed. So I feel as if, like, committed to your goals. So what I'm seeing is you are being asked to basically, how committed are you to this goal? And basically, are you able to let go of any limiting beliefs about yourself to receive it? Because I feel like I'm getting very strong Gemini energy, where Geminis are so intelligent. I mean, everyone is intelligent in different ways, but Geminis are intelligent to the point where they have so many good ideas, but they never execute them if their Gemininess is unbalanced. Because it's a sense of worthiness. It's like, well, I have the idea, but I don't feel worthy enough to express it. So what I'm seeing is this sun is just popping out. Like, it feels like a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse here. It's like the moon. I feel like the moon is behind the sun this time around. So what I'm seeing is, it's like, I think that's a thing that's possible. I don't know. I don't know much about the solar and lunar eclipses, but I'm seeing your sun sign is being kind of like asked, like, how much effort do you want to put in to achieve this goal? So your next big blessing is a massive, massive, like, it just feels really good. So it feels like whatever your blessing is, it might not even be something that is career, friendship, or anything like that. Whatever it is, it's a very, very big goal, and it's going to really change your life if this comes in. So because it's going to be so pure and authentic, like, it's not just going to be like a little job or, you know, a partnership that's just rubbish. It's going to be something that's going to be so like you. But sometimes when we're used to having things that aren't right for us, we sabotage it. And that is basically what they're saying. Like, you can't sabotage this if you want it. So that's what I'm feeling. We're going to have to see if there's kind of anything that's like more specific. Kind of any like houses, because I've got some astrology cards here, and we're going to pull a couple of houses that wants to come out, and anything that you want to focus on. So let's give these a little bit of a shuffle, 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 shuffle. I want this one and this one. Okay, so we do actually have Gemini in the third house. Actually, that's so great. Okay, let's get one more. Lovely. So it's very, very practical, whatever it is. Even if it's a relationship, you might just have to be practical about your goals right now, because there might be other things that you need to focus on, basically. Okay, guys, so I'm going to reshuffle again because I realised I didn't have all 12 houses. Okay, let's have a look and see. Group number one. Group number one. What's their main focus? What's their next blessing that wants to come through? Okay, so this might be, you might get some repeating cards anyway, because they're probably the right ones. Beautiful. All right, so this is definitely about you maturing in a really drastic way. So you'll be, I think we literally have the same ones, but I feel like we have this really big, deep kind of part of you that is stopping yourself from going there. So I feel like you're coming into a very strong, powerful place in your health, and it's going to ask you, do you want to travel and things like that. So with relationships, it asks so much more of us than what we think it does before we get into them. So it can be like, oh my God, I want someone to like hug and be intimate with and do nice things. But at the end of the day, you are still need to be responsible for your emotions in that partnership. You can't just go do stuff randomly without telling them, or you can't just kind of like neglect this partnership for something that you want. It's like you got to be really committed, and that's what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, it is about a career as well. You want to travel. So I do see that definitely happening. If you are able to travel, then I definitely see that could be one thing. It could even be to traveling somewhere really close by. But the ninth house is really good because this is basically about you learning something larger than yourself. In a sense, it's like you're learning something bigger than just external blessings. Like, it feels like you're learning so much about who you are and what you want out of life and what you expect. And that's bringing in this new part of your life. And it's not being super, super specific, but it feels like this isn't something tangible. For some of you guys, this isn't something tangible because we have values, we've got travel, and we've got health. So we can't actually hold on to any of those things. Like, you can't hold on to a value unless you literally write down the word value and hold on to it. So that's what I'm seeing. It's like, it feels like it's really behind the scenes at the moment. So if you are feeling a little bit discombobulated, just kind of focus on your health at the moment. That's going to be super important. All right, let's get you some dice and let's see if there's any other focuses that want to come through. Okay, so we do have that third house of Gemini. Oh, we have the fourth house. Okay, so I feel like the guides can't decide on this group or what they're actually focusing on. So we have Scorpio, we have the 4th house, and we have Jupiter, which is really lovely. So this is feeling really comfortable in your body and massive transformation in your home. So there's a lot of you guys, could be that you change your home, then you meet someone, or you change your home for a career. Home is something that is such a foundation, because it's like when you change your home, you can change your career, or change your career and change your home. So it's really, this is why I'm feeling there's lots of different things attached to this group, because there's a lot more, I'm hearing there's a lot more than what meets the eye. And as you transform within your home structure, so you might be dealing with any kind of like home issues, once you do that, there's going to be some really big changes, because you're honouring like a lot of your soul's journey. You're literally honouring your soul's journey, because one of your types of karma is to do with the home, especially to do with depth and intimacy and possibly sexuality as well. Maybe it's accepting your sexuality or your expression of your sexuality. And I'm not just talking about intimacy, I'm talking about like your gender, the values around your gender, how people have treated you around that. There's all these things, because it's very, very tied to your ancestral trauma. Like it's very, very close to your family home. So let's see what other blessings are coming towards group number 1. Energy, lovely. That's really, really nice. Energy is very, very important. If your energy is kind of off, then that makes a lot of sense, because you are going through some real deep changes. It's very much about like a cellular level. Ooh, victory, I like her. Okay, let's move these over here. Actually, no, we'll leave her there and we'll put one in the middle. Courage, lovely. Okay, so some of you guys, this is courage to move home. It might be you've never left home before, or you have never kind of been on your own before. Maybe you've been in relationships for a very long time. This is asking you to basically step out of your comfort zone, and you're going to be rewarded extremely. Yeah, it's really, definitely about confidence, because we have this underneath the deck, number 32. These numbers could also be quite significant, 13, 17 or 35. And this victory is really, really, really important. We'll pull one more card here. Lovely. This is about you really coming into your power. The golden egg is showing you already have things within you, like you already have this within you. So it's literally all about initiating your confidence and realizing that if you constantly speak bad about yourself, your confidence is just going to go, you know. So it's really being recognizing how you're speaking to yourself and who you're sharing your energy with. You know, you might kind of be tired of sharing your energy with types of people in your home, so maybe that's why you want to move. But I feel like your energy is going to drastically change when this comes along, whatever this blessing is, because there's so many different blessings in this group. Like this is a very mixed group here. So we also have the otter underneath, which is all about unconditional love and play. So any way you feel comfortable to play and be expressive, that is the right partnership to move towards. So we'll have a look at this. Have a look at this card in a bit more depth, because I want to see what chakra it rules, and it is to do with the spirit realm, because this is one of the spirit animals. The eggs are always really, really important. I get very strong energy from the eggs because they're very high vibrational, and there's kind of like a very open-ended card, like there's lots of things that can happen. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Yeah, this is definitely to do with your heart chakra. That makes a lot of sense. Lovely. So it says, when the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within, you know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you're seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. Yeah, so this is basically saying the more you connect with your heart chakra, the quicker this is coming in, because basically you're being asked to step into your authentic self, and you can't be your authentic self if you're constantly judging and scrutinizing yourself, or if you're around people who are constantly taking your energy. So I hope this resonates with you guys. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello group number 2. You guys chose the moonstone. I love moonstone, one of my favorites. I know I say that every time, but it really is, because I'm such a moony gal. Being the intuitive gal that I am. Alright, so let's have a look at group number 2. Let's see what's your next life change, what next blessing is coming towards you. Alright, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this feels like a really big surprise. This doesn't feel like something you know is coming. Like this isn't even something you're even thinking about. So it's going to be a massive, massive surprise. Can we just get some clarification, please? Do I want these two? No. Do I want that one? Yes. Do we? No. Okay. All right, let's get a couple more. Let's see. 8 of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. 2 of Wands. The Lovers. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. So some of you guys are being confident enough to be vulnerable. You're being more vulnerable at the moment. You are leaning into a relationship. Not even if you don't have a relationship, like even if you're single, you are leaning more into a stronger relationship with yourself, which is so beautiful. So what this is doing is it's enabling you to open your heart chakra, and then I do feel like this is to do with a partnership. If you guys are already in a relationship, I do see that you're becoming closer and more intimate with them, or you're deciding to change something quite drastic. If you're not happy in your partnership, I do feel like you are deciding to possibly take charge and possibly leave that connection. Those of you who are single, I do feel like there is a partner that is on its way, and he might not actually fully attract it within like a year or so, but this is just massive confirmation that there's somebody coming towards you and you're not alone. And even if you do feel alone, the only loneliness we feel is if we're avoiding our emotions. Like that is the only time we feel lonely. Like that is something I've definitely done. If you really embrace your emotions that you're feeling, like sadness or confusion, just really ask, like really just say to yourself, like, I'm listening, I'm hearing you. What is there anything you need from me right now? I'm gonna go through this and I'm listening and I'm here for you. Because sometimes we just really are very good at avoiding ourselves, and it makes us feel even more lonely, you know? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Wands and Lovers. This is a really confusing time. Like these two cards is like, oh my God, where the hell am I going? I have no idea. And then there's this oh my God, there's this big shift, and you suddenly feel like, whoa, now is my time to shine, bitch. I feel like this is about you initiating some sort of something practical where you're being seen more. So it might be you are more active on social media, you're active more on whatever media you use, you are in a job that you really love and you're showing up for yourself, or you're doing the course that you've always wanted. It's like you take some seriously practical steps, and then you actually manifest somebody who you wouldn't even know is like for you. So it feels like a surprise, because even if it is like less than a year, you have no idea when this person's arriving. So like that's why it's the most beautiful surprise, and they may come in to support you in some sort of uncomfortable situation as well. I'm just feeling this comfortable, like I can lean on you. I'm hearing the song Lean On Me, and the 2 of Wands is saying like all your effort is paying off. Like everything you're doing, it's paying off. It's not something, you're not wasting your time, you're not doing things just for the sake of it. Like this is all really, really practical advice. I feel like anything you do practically right now is going to bring you towards this partnership. So it's all really about you and your progress. It's like, is there anything you can do to bring you towards the goal that you want, whether it be career or money or a friendship? Is there anything you can do? And even if it is something like a friendship, finding out what hobbies you like and what brings you joy, that's gonna bring you closer to the most authentic friendship. Maybe it's literally about just shedding those layers of like worrying and scrutinizing, and then just embracing who you are, because you want your friends to love you for who you are, because you're going to love them for who they are, you know. So I also feel like this is a time for a lot of stillness. I do feel like this is a time that there's a lot of rest going on. I feel like you're in this mode at the moment. You've kind of been going full hog at the moment, like loads and loads of like working, kind of overexerting yourself. You've definitely burnt yourself out, and now you're kind of in resting mode. So I do feel like this is when it's the right timing. Really, really is like massively divine timing. So there might be asking of a choice. For some of you guys, this 2 of Wands is a choice, but it's not a really intense choice. It's kind of like, maybe it could be a relationship. It's kind of like accepting the person into your life. Like, do you want to be my partner? Do you want to date each other? Like, it could be that. Or it could even be a friendship. You know, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to hang out? It's like little things like that could be quite big for you, especially if you've been single for quite a long time, or you haven't had any like close friends nearby, sort of thing. So let's get you some dice. We'll see what's going on. Okay, so we have the 3rd house, Cancer Moon. Nope, Cancer Sun. All right, so this could indicate you meeting a Cancerian. That could be the next person that you meet. The Cancer energy is also you just being really in your heart chakra. Like you might be really kind of avoiding intimacy at the moment with yourself, especially if you're going through a lot, like emotionally, you will be going through like this kind of energy of like massive transformation. So like I said in group number 1, you might be getting a lot of physical symptoms. Okay, so I'm going to confirm this dice pull with a couple of cards around what house are the focus for your blessings. 12th house, so a lot of releasing. The 4th house of the home. We have the 9th house of travel. Let's get one more. And the 2nd house. I was really feeling like the 7th house was going to cut as well. I was shuffling for a bit longer, but I do feel like it is about relationships. It's kind of like the 7th house is not just a romantic partnership, though. I really do feel like this is about you and your relationship to others. Like this is about you showing up for yourself and like speaking your truth and saying exactly how you feel. The sun in Cancer in the 3rd house. Let me have a little think. Okay, sun in Cancer, 3rd house. I think we need to clarify this with some more dice because I'm a bit confuzzled. Got it. This is about you guys releasing the need to perform in your relationships. The 12th house is all about release, karma, anything that needs to go is the 12th house. Leo is very, very similar to Cancer, but it's more of like it's kind of like the fire sign version of Cancer, I feel. So what I'm feeling for you guys is with this Leo, this is something you're letting go of, is your need to kind of people please or entertain people or try to make people think a certain way. It might be even a subconscious thing. But what I'm feeling is it's like you're no longer trying to pretend to be somebody else. And that is how you end up meeting these new people, because you are authentically showing up for yourself and people really enjoy what you do. They're really fascinated by your career as well, whatever your career is, even if it's on like social media. Oh my God, how do you do that? And stuff like that. The Cancer energy, it feels like, oh, it's the home. Okay, I got it, thank you. It took a while to come in. It's to do the home, that makes sense. Okay, so Cancer energy rules for the 4th house of the home. This is about you being brave enough to stick it out in a situation that you're in, and possibly at home. You may feel like you want to kind of exit the premises and leave, but the next news, the next like beautiful blessing that's coming towards you is a fat ton of comfortable and stability, like comfort and stability. And through that comfort and stability, you're meeting new people because you're ready. You're ready to meet these new people. 3rd house is also a gigantic amount of recognition, but not forcing it. Like you're not trying, you're not forcing, you're not like having to do certain things. This is basically like being who you are and people are coming towards you. That is your biggest blessing. Like you're getting the recognition you deserve, and with recognition can be more people around you, more money. Then you end up, you can buy like maybe investment in a house, a car. There's like, it's all like a ripple effect. So don't worry about where you are right now. Just focus on what you can. Don't worry about where you are like having to be in the future. Focus on what you can do now to implement this. And basically, how can you show up in your connections and be your most authentic self without having to blame or shame yourself or have to basically just try and entertain. And I think this is going to give you a lot more money as well, because you're letting go more. You're literally letting go more. That's what I'm seeing. And that feels like a really big deal for you guys, especially if you struggle with being vulnerable. Okay, so let's get you some more oracle cards and see what else, what the blessings may be coming towards group number 2. Okay, so we have confidence. So your solar plexus is going to be a real big deal for you. Beauty, lovely. I did get a slight Libra energy from this group. So, because it's kind of about like not worrying about what the people are doing. So travel, let's get 5 actually. Let's get a couple more. We have glamour. Well, it's a lot to do with beauty in this group. So it could be that you're having like a glow up. You're kind of having this big kind of change in your life. Sorry if you guys can hear any noise. My neighbours are kind of doing something. So we have the glamour and love card. It's basically like loving yourself authentically. You might even in the next year or so move away with someone. If you're in a partnership, you're going to move with them. Or if you found a friendship or a roommate you really like being around, you're going to basically travel with them. This is kind of like the current or past, and this is the future. I'm seeing you're basically much more confident within yourself, because it's an inner thing. Like, it's not just outwardly, like it's shining on the outside. And basically there's so much more success coming towards you. It feels like you're very, very successful. And basically, I feel like you're no longer like comparing yourself to other people in the same position as you. Like, you're just doing you, and it's showing because you're basically much more confident, because you're no longer worrying about what everyone else is doing. And it's bringing you towards a place where your life feels a lot easier. Like, it doesn't feel like you're struggling anymore. We have love and safe travel, so that could also mean you guys are going to travel. The love card is making me feel like you're just waiting for a partnership to come along. And I don't like the word waiting, because it's ridiculous to wait for something. You just got to live your life. But what I feel like with the waiting is, it's like, even though you haven't got exactly everything you want, the best thing you can do is be in the current moment and just focus on, like, basically your present moment at the moment, really. The love and safe travel as well. There might be somebody who is abroad, comes to visit you, or there's something about travel where, yeah, it's kind of like I'm seeing it's like your expansion in yourself, and you feel much more comfortable in love and travel. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is, but it feels really intense. So the beauty card is also showing me, you guys, a lot of people, you're going to get a lot more recognition, and it's because you are exuding this confidence, basically. Okay, so let's get you one more card. Let's get you an animal card. Let's see. This one. There we go. This peacock is my Leo card. Every time I get this, it always reminds me of Leo. So Leo, when they're unbalanced, they can be really intense, really kind of forceful, and just needing and craving attention. This is authentically getting the attention. You're not having to do anything really to attract it. The only thing that you're doing is what you're doing within. So you won't probably look any different. But the only thing, I mean, maybe if you want to change your appearance a little bit in a way, or, you know, change your hair color or something. But the only thing you're doing is coming back to your authentic soul, which is so beautiful. And that can take a good few years, especially if you guys are in your late years, like 40s and 50s. You know, that can be even harder because you've got so much more conditioning, you know. So if you guys are doing this now, that's amazing. And you're going to basically express your authentic creativity as well. If you guys are artists, or you have something you want to share, go for it. Don't be scared of sharing it. And there might be people who are from all around the world who want what you are giving out, you know. And this love card is really authentic. This is basically saying you are on the right track, okay? So that is what I'm feeling for you guys. I hope you have a lovely day. And actually, do you know what? Before I go, I am going to read the peacock card, because I want to give you some ending advice here. Okay, so it's funny because the peacock is actually to do with inner beauty as well, and that's definitely what you guys are working on. So we have peacock, inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, but the secrets of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experience in life, so it does not harbour resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others. When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation on the navel. And I do think it also do the solar plexus in this group. So have a lovely day. Rates and my crystal shop are below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys chose the pyrite little mini cluster. So the reason why I feel like you guys chose the pyrite is because you're ready for some strong forward movement. You are ready for initiating yourself in some sort of power position. And when I say power position, I mean like authentically, not like, you know, taking someone's power away or something. So before we reveal this card, let's get you a couple of tarot cards. And we'll see what other ones want to come through. We're going to basically reveal them as we go along. Okay. I'm hearing the word magician. Some of you guys are the magician, like you are coming into and you know what you need to do for your next step. 7 of Swords, lovely. The Magician is kind of like, I'm equipped for anything and everything. That's basically what he's about. Okay. All right, Ace of Wands. That goes perfectly with the Pyrite. Ace of Wands, Four of Cups. We have the Devil. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the King of Swords in the upright. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's clarify with some dicey dice. All right, so we have Aquarius, first house, Mars. Yes, of course we have Mars. That makes so much sense. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, there's a lot of masculine energy, which is really nice. So the Ace of Wands and the Four of Cups is you're currently releasing something from the past that has been holding you back for a shit ton of time. And this isn't a person. It's to do with a person, but it's to do with how you relate to this person and how you relate to all the people in your life. I feel like a lot of you guys have always been somebody who's kind of followed the crowd and not wanted to kind of be recognized. Like you're definitely an empath. Like you're somebody who doesn't want to always be recognized or be shown. And sometimes being a leader can be a really, really hard thing for you. Like you're naturally very, very intuitive. So having people follow is actually a really, really beautiful thing because you have such a strong amount of knowledge. So the next kind of life change, blessing, exciting news coming your way is you are letting your life be yours. Like you're no longer being responsible for, other people or basically just doing things for them without even thinking about it. Like you are coming into your power, which is so fucking sexy. It feels really, really sexy. Like I'm getting this strong, like romantic, flirtatious energy. So can we get a clarification on this King of Swords, please? Because I feel like this guy is to do with people holding you back, but I want to get like another little. Okay, so I'm seeing you're going to have options. So you may have kind of felt like you're always the one who's alone. You're kind of always the one to sort everyone else out. And you're not going to be for too much longer. And we have Pyrite here, and that's like massive confirmation. So with the Empress is very, very strong, powerful female energy. I'm seeing you are attracting some new people, and that's going to be part of the blessing that's coming towards you. Like this is going to be a massive life change for you, because you see the comparison between the people you used to attract and the people you're attracting very soon. You're like, wow, they're just not resonating with me anymore. I don't want to deal with any of this kind of addictive behavior or anything. You may have really kind of attracted a lot of narcissistic addicts, basically. A lot of narcissists have addiction issues because they are constantly distracting themselves with people, alcohol, intimacy, things like that, like sex, stuff like that. Like that is not you. And that is definitely because you have rediscovered your own personal power, which is so lovely. I love that, guys. That's so nice. So we have Aquarius and the first house, which is exactly what I'm talking about. So this is basically you asserting yourself and knowing and understanding who you are. I'm seeing this in the next year or so, like within the year. This is going to be you, and you're going to basically be in a very strong position of power. And I'm seeing it feels like you're getting a very high position in work. You are definitely gaining a lot of money, but you could also be working for yourself and you're getting the recognition that you deserve. You're also having a lot of people around you and you're getting really, really creative. Like the Devil, I find, is about creative juices as well. Like really your creative juices are flowing, and also you might be intimate with somebody quite soon, like physically. Obviously somebody authentic. I never kind of want to connect to something that's like not authentic for you guys, because that's not what my channel's about. We want authentic sex, we don't want something that's just like blech and yucky, and we don't want to go there. So the Ace of Wands, it feels like this is definitely for you. Like this is what you're meant to be doing. This is where you're meant to be going. So the Eight of Pentacles is showing me, I'm picking up like 3 more months until something will shift for you. Like I'm seeing more physical changes. I'm seeing you being a lot more comfortable with where you are in your home, with your position with other people. And it feels like nothing can fucking shake you anymore. It feels so, so powerful. It feels really, really good. And it feels like you're just so comfortable and you're taking responsibility for a lot of stuff you've gone through, and especially a lot of the trauma, ancestral trauma you've been through. You're taking a lot of responsibility for all of that. And Aquarius is all about friends. So you could meet these people through the internet as well, because Aquarius rules the internet. And it's all to do with things like technology, groups, social awareness, the future. So this is you in the future feeling much more assertive, feeling really confident. And it's because you are recognizing where you're quote unquote, I hate the word faults, but that's why I'm doing this, because it's not really faults, but it's like anything that's kind of been holding you back. You're no longer, you're not being a victim to it anymore. Thank you. I was really trying to get the word there. It wasn't coming out. the word was escaping me basically. So I want to pull these dice again. Actually, I'm going to do this again in just a moment. So let's see any houses that you are majorly focusing on. 12th house, I mean, that makes so much sense. 7th house, yes, beautiful. Okay, lovely, and the 11th house. So there's definitely a lot of 11th house stuff in this group. We have the 10th house. So you could meet these people through your career, through making career moves. So I'm hearing you can't get a career you want if you keep doing the same thing. You can't get the different result if you keep doing the same things. There's something you need to change, and it has to be within you. It could be that you don't feel like you're deserving, so you may keep attracting the same type of career, but it feels easy. Like this feels like an easy change that needs to happen. It just needs to happen. Like there's just one thing that needs to change, and I feel like it's to do with your inner work, like your shadow work. If it's not, it could literally be like just a timing thing. It needs to be just like you have to just go through these uncomfortable times. So this also feeling that you might meet a relationship, like a romantic relationship if you're single, through friends. It could also mean that even if one of your friends gets a partner, you could meet your partner through their partner or something like that. There's like strong connections, and I'm hearing, don't worry, the universe has got your back. Like you are fully supported in these decisions and situations. Okay, so we have Aries, 8th house Mercury. I'm seeing an Aries who you could be intimate with as well. The 8th house, I feel like, is about intimacy here. So what I'm seeing is with these relationships, you're no longer accepting shitty behaviour from people. You're no longer accepting just, I'm hearing subpar behaviour. You're getting deep, raw sexuality. And there's so much about your sexuality here as well. So I'm sorry, guys, if you're under 18, but this needs to be said. I mean, it's not too bad, but what I'm seeing is like your deep intimacy needs, like those of you who will, you know, be intimate or or do intimacy of that age, it feels like you're no longer accepting just anything intimate wise, because why would you want to let somebody, you know, like affect your body if you don't even know really who they are? Like you want someone to know exactly who you are. And I actually, funnily enough, I had a quote like downloaded to me from my intuition, and it says, if I have to show off my body for you to like me, you're not seeing me. And that's a really, really powerful quote I got downloaded today. I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like somebody needs to fully, fully see you, and not to let anyone in those beautiful doors until someone is willing to love you for every part of you. It's kind of like people can be like some people come to me being like, okay, well, I have this like disability or this mental health issue. Will someone still love me? And I'm like, girl, if someone does not love you because you have those, then they're not worth being in your life at all, like ever. Like if someone is that judgmental on you having a disability or a mental health issue or whatever, like if that's who you are, if that's something that you're dealing with or working with, they can't deal with that. They're going to be a crappy partner, because they can't deal with that. Then they're not going to be able to deal with possibly children, mortgages, tax, deep like stuff that involves you being responsible. They're just going to fucking walk away. They're going to ghost you. So you don't want someone like that. And this is you asserting your power and being a really strong sexual female or male, and like being really powerful in your decisions. And I just think it's really beautiful. And I'm seeing a lot of like intimate talk. So I'm seeing you going and allowing yourself to go deeper with people who you're around. So even if it's someone like a therapist or something, you're now having conversations where there's not a barrier anymore. Like you're being like, all right, I'm ready now, because I want to do this. I want to do this for my mental health. I want to do this for me. And this is part of me loving myself. It's going deep, you know. All right, what is group number 3 attracting now? Lovely. Overall prosperity. That is so nice. Divine guidance. Yeah, I did feel like you had some sort of really strong universal energy around you that's pushing you. We have peace. So you guys have definitely had a very dramatic life. You've had a lot of drama in your life, because that's basically what you've had to deal with, unfortunately. But you don't want the drama anymore. That's not part of what you are going through anymore. And this is showing me here, best possible decision. The best possible decision you've made is to cut those people out of your life. And I'm hearing when you were a teenager, it was really hard for you to make friends. It was really, really hard for you to like be close to people. Or it's just really hard for you to open up that way. So I feel like you are now getting more fully accepted for who you are, and the creativity is really lovely, because I'm seeing like you're finding people in your community because you are being open about your creativity, and you're being open about what you love and who you are and things like that. And it's bringing you so much peace, because you're not attracting people who are just judging you and constantly trying to make you what they want. At the end of the day, if they're trying to make you what they want, they're selfish as fuck. Like they are very selfish, because you would never do that to them, you know, that's not something I feel like you guys would do. So I feel as if wherever you feel peace, try to bring more of that into your life. And even if life is feeling a little bit boring, at least there's no drama. At least there's no dramatic people, narcissists, or I'm just hearing a vacuum. That is so weird. I'm seeing you with a vacuum and just hoovering stuff up, like clearing away the clutter. Yeah, I'm seeing you like no longer caring about people and their opinions anymore. And that's part of your, like, you know, your exciting news coming your way. It's like you have so much more strength now that there's not going to be any drama. I feel that's basically the most exciting news. There's not going to be any drama, which is so good. I love that for you guys. I'm seeing some of you guys, you're going to get a car in the next couple of years. I'm seeing like a black car. Okay, so we have the number 3, 38, 9, 34 and 33. So number 3 is obviously very important for you guys. Okay, wow, you are discovering your spiritual gifts. Oh, that is, oh, it's so good. I love that. Beautiful. Ooh, hi bitch. So she was actually in the reverse. So I'm thinking you've already done this. You've already done this transformation. Get one more. Oh, yes. No more anger, girl. No more drama. Yes, I love that. Hi. Okay. All right, let's have a look at the crow. The crow is a very, very strong spiritual omen. The crow is really, really deeply spiritual. So this, I feel like, is strongly about you coming back to your intuition. And the moth is to do with impulsive, hasty and wishful, but it's to do with you kind of going through trials and tribulations to get to the end of like this journey. And the moth is about you guys, like this is what you're meant to be doing. Like whatever you're doing, you're meant to be doing it. You're on the right path. Like there's nothing that you're missing, I feel. Okay, so the crow. Spiritually strong, creative and watchful. Crows I find so cute. I think they're so beautiful. And ravens, like those, I mean, I'm a Scorpio that's born on Halloween, so of course I'd love crows, but I love them. I just think they're so misunderstood. And can you see how he's sitting on this little ball here? This is you like sitting on your power, basically. Like you have so much more to show people. So crow, spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen and knowing the unknown. You might be really drawn to shows like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, things like that, like Supernatural, Doctor Who, Stranger Things, stuff like that. You want to see what's underneath. So we said it is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities, past, present and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends and regular self-study. So it's very, very simple, obviously for some of you guys, because I know sometimes it's really hard if you don't have a lot of good people around you or you struggle to have a healthy diet. But that might be something that, you know, is going to come towards you quite soon. So when in balance, psychic, strong, clear. When out of balance, ungrounded and hypersensitive. To bring into balance, a daily meditation practice. And then we'll see what the moth's advice is. When in balance, enthusiastic and whimsical. When out of balance, idealises others and jittery. To bring into balance, finish a project. And this is also showing me like not to rely on other people for validation. Like where are you seeking that validation? And is it healthy? Is it comfortable? And is it making you feel happy? And most likely the answer is no. So yeah, go for it, guys. You're doing such a good job. You're doing a really, really good job. And I think you've done a shit ton of transformation. Like I think you've done the bulk of it now. So you can expect some really good stuff coming towards you. And trust the universe. If you never need help, ask the universe for some guidance. So have a lovely day. Also, the last thing I'm picking up on is fluorite for you guys. So green fluorite, rainbow fluorite, and that's pretty much it. So have a lovely day. Rates at my crystal shop are below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.